Welcome to Dreams of Wings and welcome to Farnborough Airport. This is Farnborough Airport, brought to us by Burning Blue Design, and thank you very much to the team at Burning Blue Design for giving me this opportunity to give this wonderful airport a try. It's an airport that's local to me, an airport that I've been to. It's steeped in history, and it's going to be very interesting to see what these guys have done with this creation in the simulator. I'll run through what the add-on is about, that I will use the information that Burning Blue Design have given, really because it says it very nicely. I actually started to write something and then realised that they've done a really nice job of putting in their description what this is all about. So Farnborough has perhaps the richest history of any airport in the United Kingdom and boasts a significant history dating back to 1908 when Samuel Franklin Cody, a Wild West showman, accomplished the feat of the first powered, controlled and sustained flight in the United Kingdom. Cody's audacious endeavour granted Farnborough the illustrious title, the birthplace of British Aviation. The Royal Aircraft Establishment, RAE, was created at Farnborough a year after Cody's flight in 1909 and was where aircraft designers such as Geoffrey de Havilland and Henry Folland found fame. And over the course of more than 50 years, the RAE designed, built and tested hundreds of aircraft at the airport, including the Harrier and Concorde. Today Farnborough is renowned worldwide, and its air show attracting over 80,000 visitors and hosting over 1,500 exhibitors, all vying for business in the incredibly lucrative civil and military aviation sectors. During the rest of the year, Farnborough sees over 30,000 business jet movements and is UK's busiest and most prestigious business aviation hub, hosting a swathe of business jet companies. So, just looking at what Burning Blue Design have actually done with this particular rendition into the simulator. After many hundreds of hours, Burning Blue Design's 3D modelers and coders have added these features to it. So we're looking at over 90 custom 3D objects that have been created exclusively for Farnborough Airport, each with full physical based rendering PBR, allowing for a more realistic texture. Over 10,000 carefully placed stock assets across the airport and surrounding area. Every fence, parking space, cone, light and tree has been placed in its correct location, bringing life to Farnborough Airport and the surrounding area. As with all Burning Blue Design products, new custom working windstocks have been created and accurately placed around the airport. High-resolution, colour-corrected ground textures have been used as a basis for the airport. These have been taken from Bing Maps and heavily manipulated for consistency and realism, which far surpasses the quality of the stock Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 ground texture. New taxiways and roads have been created in and around the airport, and the runway with its huge displays threshold has been faithfully recreated. Full night lighting placed across the airport and surrounding area, including individually placed street lights along the surrounding roads. Surrounding landmarks have been created and placed in their correct locations to improve visual navigation and general airport atmosphere. These include the Wind Tunnel Project, Farnborough International Exhibition and Conference Centre, the Aviator Hotel, the Gloucester E28/39 Monument to Sir Frank Whittle, Farnborough Air Sciences Trust Museum, FAST, with its assortment of display aircraft, Farnborough Airship Hangar Frame, Farnborough Business Park, Eelmore Bridge and the Swan Pub. Now, I love a nice bit of scenery, and it's what we're trying to do in the sim is to create a realistic world for us to fly in, one that involves us, one that immerses us in this world. And I have to say, and this might be a spoiler alert, but Burning Blue Design have done an absolutely cracking job with this. I think having good scenery to add to the simulator can make a big difference to how it looks and how it feels. Burning Blue Design and developers like them make such a huge difference to it, and this is why it's well worth looking at this sort of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a very short flight. This is after all about Farnborough Airport itself. We're going to be using the fantastic XCub. This is one of my favourite aircraft for doing this sort of thing. Great visibility, great fun to fly. while we wait for the better aircraft to come out for Flight Simulator, it ain't a bad thing to be running around and having some fun. Okay, so here we are taxiing out on this beautiful day in our wonderful little XCub. Perfect aircraft for doing this sort of thing. You can really get an idea of the surroundings. And I've been spending so much time in P3D, I have to get used to the incredible rudder control configuration in the simulator, which is very sparky indeed. There we go, that's better. You really get a good appreciation there for the different elevation on the runway, which is a great feature of the simulator. Okay, so let's see if we can perform a takeoff without injuring anybody. Back on the power a bit there, getting a warning coming up. Lift off pretty early with this. Beautiful, fun little thing. So what we'll do is we'll just do a quick circuit of the airfield. Let's have our strobes on now, shall we? Should have done that earlier, of course. Right, so yeah, absolutely breathtaking. The detail in this just knocks me away. Not part of the airport, but down there is a Costco that I have been to, and there is an Audi garage that Mrs. Dreams of Wings has been to. Level of detail really is just mind-blowing. Anyone who knows this area, I would imagine, will be quite interested to see, you know, just what has been modelled in this. Here's our roundabout down here where the Gate Guardian is located, that we saw at the start. Quick toodle down here. Bring it back over. This is Cody Technology Park over here. Back on the western side, get a good view over here. Beautiful. Back again a little bit. An awful tendency in this simulator to fly it like it's GTA or something, and ready for when the really good aircraft come out to match scenery like this. I need to stop getting into bad habits in this simulator that I don't have in P3D. BAE Systems hangar over there. It really is quite incredible. I've had many a meeting at the Aviator there, and that's what it looks like. Incredible detail. There's the museum and the mini dealership that Mrs. Dreams of Wings has also been to, and Baron's BMW. Amazing detail. So there you go. So let's have a tootle over here. Some trim. Lovely day for doing this sort of thing. As I say, the XCub is a great little aircraft. If ever you get any new scenery and you want to fly around it and have a look, it's a really great aircraft to do that. So we actually have Farnborough town itself there. You've got to say, the scenery in this simulator is just breathtaking. The atmosphere, I say it every time really that I fly in it, but it really does just blow you away just how good it is. Now I pre-COVID days used to work in an office just on this water feature here, which is Fleet Pond, and you can walk around it. It's quite a nice little walk. But this is how close I was to Farnborough, and when they were doing the practicing for the air shows, it was great because our windows would rattle with the sound of those fast jets coming over. And this is the town of Fleet. So what we're going to do now is head over to Blackbush. Now Blackbush is my local airport or airfield, and any developers out there, M3 down there, any developers out there that would like to do a Blackbush, that would be really cool. I think I've ever seen a Blackbush add-on, but it's a cracking little airport with history and great fun for flying GA out of. But I'm just glad I've got Farnborough now. To be honest, in the sim, as it comes standard, it's not too bad. You've got the big car auction area over there, gravel pits that used to be forest, but that's been recent years been dug up. And Blackbush itself isn't really bad. You'd certainly recognise it. It's definitely very usable. The old cafe building, the tower, where they keep the crash tenders, disused runways. It ain't bad. So this is Sandhurst, Royal Military Academy. Again, yeah, they're just generic buildings. That building there that's in the centre of the screen now in reality is an absolute stunning building. But unfortunately it has fallen to the prey of the generic building injection. So I know, for some people, and I have heard it said that they're not too worried about spending money on airport scenery, and I totally get that, totally understand. There are some people that are all about the aircraft simulation. It's all about the systems itself, getting into it, especially the guys that like to fly the airliners. It's about simulating the aircraft itself, and they're not too worried about what the outside scenery looks like. That's great, that's fine. At the end of the day, it's what you want. It's what you want your simulator to be. What I love doing is the kind of flying we're doing now, which is GA or Warbirds. I like flying VFR. Sometimes do some flying up in the airways, but very little. It's not really what interests me. So I like good ground scenery, and I love a good atmospheric place to take off and land at. And whilst you're not going to spend hours walking around the local area in the sim, looking at buildings, checking out signs and that sort of thing, it makes a huge difference to the atmospherics of the simulator if you've got that kind of level of detail in it, because whilst you might not walk around and check it all out, the eye is picking up all this detail, which is creating this very realistic world for you, and that is what it's all about. What I love about Farnborough itself is that what we've got here is it's the birthplace of British Aviation. It's got history. It's got the ability to operate large jets. It's got the ability to operate GA. It really has got everything going for it. And these guys have done such a beautiful job of it. I think that there's no reason why you couldn't use this as a nice little base. If you want to do some UK flying, you know, you've got London nearby, you've got the south coast. If you want to fly to France, to the continent, it's not far from the coast, from the English coast here. And you know, there's a good reason why this is used, but as a base for corporate private jets. It's great for London, and no reason why it can't be the same in the sim. So let us do a fantastic XCub landing. I do love this aeroplane. Let's try and show a bit of respect to the airfield and put the landing lights on. I don't know what the traffic pattern here is today, but I don't think anyone's going to worry too much. Don't have to worry about dangling the Dunlops because they're permanently dangled. Let's get a bit of flap in. I'm trying to find my flap lead because my microphone's in the way. Okay. Just pretend we're in the Yukon here, coming onto a sandbar. I bet the coffee wouldn't be as good. There we go. Who allowed him onto the runway? Right, air traffic control, you're getting spoken to after this. So there you go. They're beautiful. So take the old strobes and the landing lights off now. Show a modicum of decency for protocol. Do love that tower there, it's quite incredible. Ooh, watch where you're taxiing, sunshine. So I have to say, hats off to Burning Blue Design. You've pulled off another one here. This is a beautiful airport, really well done, lots of attention to detail, incredible attention to detail that has genuinely absolutely blown me away. So thank you once again to those guys for giving me the opportunity to have a try and a fly at Farnborough here. Yeah, I think this is a really good addition to Head, Corn and Lid. Gives you 3 very nice airports to fly in the sim. Right, I'll stop waffling now. Thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been useful. And I shall see you in the sim again very soon. Take care. Bye bye.